This is the story of Ivan the Terrible. So we went and played the show in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it was a pretty average show, decent crowd, whatever. Afterwards, an old friend from Athens said, "You should stay with my friend Ivan and his wife over there." And she pointed to the kind of the middle-aged couple that always is at shows, kind of drunk, slow dancing to fast songs. And the guy looked pretty trustworthy because he kind of looked like Mike Mills, like maybe the disco cowboy Mike Mills, but still, Mike Mills is always like the approachable, nice guy, REM. And this guy had that sort of look about him and seemed really nice. And they were drunk and high, I think, but whatever. And they lived really close to the club. So we go over there, and it's this beautifully restored home. He had a countertop based on the Fibonacci sequence, and it turned out he did home restoration or contracting or something. And they're thawing out shrimp for us, and they got fancy cheeses out, and they bought us a bunch of Bud Lights, and it's this amazing night, kind of. Oh wow, we didn't expect it to be awesome like this. Sometimes we stay in rooms that used to be the rooms of drag queens, and we wake up with sequins all over our face. So this is a nice change of pace. Well, we're having good conversation. We're having piano sing-alongs. James might have played too many Garth Brooks songs, but everybody was singing along, having a good time. And yeah, his wife was getting a little flirty with us. And over the course of the night, Ivan sort of became more withdrawn. And I looked over on the couch and he was sitting by himself. And he looked over and shot me this smile, in quotes, that looked kind of like the smile of the preacher in Poltergeist 2. And he said something like really cryptic, like, "I'm on to you," or "I know what you're about," or "I've got you figured out." I don't remember, something like that. And it was really chilling. But then he started laughing and then went back to staring at the wall. Okay, everybody's had some beers or whatever. Jeremy went off to bed and was talking to his wife on the phone. Carolyn was taking a shower, and James, Daniel, and Ivan and I are standing in the standing in the kitchen, and we're talking about the science of plumbing and how toilets, the Romans came up with the angle that the pipes had to go so that the poop would roll down the pipes the proper way or something like that. And Ivan was just seeming really distressed about this, and we're complimenting him on the work he's done in construction. And he said something really beautiful like, "When I build something, I'm just trying to honor the work of the ancients and the great thinkers and geniuses who came before me, who developed the tools or came up with the formulas, or, something like really beautiful about the science of construction. I don't even know." And I said, "Wow, that was a really beautiful or profound statement." And he looks up at us with hatred burning in his eyes and says, "I'm tired of this. Get the F out of the house. You're trespassing. I'm going to call the cops." And it was just blank. No emotion, no nothing, just eyeballs, daggers. And it was completely crazy. It was Hannibal Lecter crazy, but like the Brian Cox Hannibal Lecter from Manhunter, not the Anthony Hopkins Hannibal Lecter for Silence of the Lambs, etc. Well, we know crazy. I guess we all got that vibe, and we went and started banging the door. And Carolyn's in the shower with shampoo in her hair. We're like, "Carolyn, you got to get out. You got to get out. We got to get out of here." Jeremy's like falling asleep. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You got to get out of here. Got to get out of here. And he's going back and forth between the kitchen and the bed, just being like, "You got to get out of here. You got to get out. You are trespassing in my house. I am going to call the cops." And we had a feeling that, God, what if this guy's a gun? We don't even know anything about this. And then he's going and lying down with his passed out wife and getting up. And then you start looking around the place and you realize the place is really empty and all this other stuff. And then maybe we got in between something with him and his wife. And we all stumble, all of us, tired and drunk, out to the van. And he slams the door and went to bed, and that was it. And it took us another hour to find a hotel room because there was no vacancy everywhere. And I think we heard another shooting during that time while we were at a gas station. So anyway, if you go to Charlotte, don't stay with Ivan Harp. The end. P.S. The next day, we were driving to Columbia and we got lost in the woods. And I think we hated each other forever after that. And this is probably why we don't play together as a band anymore. I'm only half joking. Bye.